Hello, Peas. Are you here? Hello, Peas. I'm gonna pin the Hey Shelby link. I'm gonna pin the link to come up, and I'm gonna turn my phone down because y'all are gonna hear it in a minute. How's everybody doing? Let me move my hold on. My screen looks funny. How you doing, Shelby Lynn? On this, it is cold and rainy here in Virginia. Cold and rainy all day. And I didn't mind it. Hey, Peggy, my sweet love. Hello, very lucky lady. Hey, watcher. Y'all having a good day. We're going to try to make it a little better. We have Ophelia. Hey, Ocean Tide. Sassy Sarah. Hello. The link is posted. So, y'all want to jump up. I have so many notes that I overdid it. Overdid it. Always do. And I know I'm going to forget something. I'm going to try not to. But, Shelby, thank you very much. You know, I took a shower and Halloween baby. Thank you. My mother right now is doing well. I just checked on her before I went live. She's fed. She pees. She's got a Percocet in her. We won't hear from her till tomorrow. Hey, Art. So she's doing actually very, very well. Y'all, everyone's prayers, I'm telling you, I would read them in the hospital. It was a long day yesterday. It was a long day for a lot of reasons. And I would look at them and read them, and I think, all right, hey, Salty Steve, they helped me so much. And all the cancer's gone from the breast. There's none in the lymph node. So that's good. It was a slow, what did he, all right, it's HER, something or other. It's the most unaggressive breast cancer that you can have. And it feeds off estrogen. When my mom is 70, we'll just say in her 70s. Not a lot of estrogen pumping through there. So her, she doesn't have to have radiation or anything like that. She just has to take a pill that will cut any estrogen that she has left off. So that's going to take, hey, Wildflower, that'll be this, the booby. The lung, again, a very small tumor. So we have to go. I mean, we already had a PET scan. We know it's cancer, but, they don't like to say the word. So that's got to be biopsied, and then they'll figure out that surgery. And that should be not a terribly aggressive. Yeah. They said with the lung, they can probably hit it with a week's worth, that's what they said, a week's worth of radiation, and it should be fine. Get your mammograms. I don't care how old you are. Get your mammograms. Me and my mom and I do a girls' day where we get our mammograms every year. And we know that this mass wasn't there last year. So it's fairly small. So, I mean, yeah. But I do appreciate all of your, hey, Debbie. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Debbie. And we feel it. I'm telling you, I felt it. When I would read the comments, because we had to wait forever. It was supposed to happen at 1:15, but she had to go down to imaging for an hour for them to put a wire. I don't really know. And then they ran out of dye. They ran out of the radioactive dye. Hello, Tartan Tilly, how are you? Hey, Daphne. They ran out of the dye. Who does that? We have two major hospitals in my town. One's Lynchburg General, one's Virginia Baptist. So they had to run over Lynchburg General to get the dye, which put her surgery that was supposed to be at 1:15 back to 3:30. And then the surgery took about 2 hours. So we were in the surgery center, and my mom was the last one. Like everybody else had gone home, all the nurses, except for hers, had gone home. It was just a long day. So, but we're good. She's good. And I'm definitely couldn't wait to do this. I couldn't wait. Um, I really do appreciate y'all. I really like Irish gal. Thank you. Look, she's up there Percocet it up. She's good. In fact, when I walked in right before I came down, I said, "Mom, you all right?" She went, "Oh yeah." Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be downstairs if you need me. So yeah, I can't thank y'all enough. I really can't. I really can't. Um God, we're so lucky. We're so, because when you get the C word and then you get the C word in two different spots, we thought it was just in her lung. And then when they did the PET scan, they found hey Kathy, they found the mass over here. So it was like we were expecting to see the lung, but when then they widened out the PET scan, image, but this is what we're worried about. And they put go over to the breast. We're like, wait a minute. Foul, foul, flag on the play. No. So it's getting there though. I wasn't going to tell anybody on my friends. I was going to tell, the girls. And because there's a lot of people around here, y'all, if y'all know me, you know about one person that will just, take this and run with it. But I thought, why people are going through this? What I'm going through with my mom, people have done this. I need help. Hey, Vicky, I need help. So I thought, say what you need to say. You're giving my new favorite. You're my new best friend. You're my new best friend. I love it. Yeah, early detection. Get your mammograms. If you don't, I won't talk to you anymore. Just kidding. So how many of us out here know about the Sodder case? I want to know, had any of you heard about this case before this very night? For this very night, do y'all know? I had seen photographs. Hey, Quirky, I had seen photographs of the billboards from back in the day. But I didn't really know a lot about it. You've never heard of it, Ocean Tide. It's another interesting one. I'm telling you. You have. Then look. Hey Terry, the link is pinned. Quirky, welcome to the screening room. Welcome to the screening room. I'll just let y'all know during the month of October, we will be telling ghost stories on a members only. We're going to go through Hollywood, haunted Hollywood. And just for everybody else, we're going to do a once a week talking about our own. Peggy, Peggy, you need to stop it. Peggy, I love you, Peggy. You do not have to do that. I love you. I love you. A stated disorder. I love you, Peggy. God bless America. I love you. You do not have to do that anymore. No more. No more. I love you, though, and I thank you. You don't know how I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Peggy is wild tonight. Peggy is wild tonight. Oh, I know. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know. But Peggy, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, there she always. Peggy does this to mess me up in the beginning of my streams. That's what she's doing. She wants to get me speechless. Was exactly what she's doing. I love you, Peggy. I'm gonna have a sip of mine. I'm gonna start putting something in this, something good in here. State of disorder. Do you want it to come up? I have the thing pinned. Like I said, y'all don't have to know nothing about it. Just come up. If you've never come up on a panel before, come up. You don't have to show your face. You're not Peggy's elf. Peggy is so kind. She is so kind. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I adore her. I had to go find her. Well, eat, hurry up. I'll wait. We'll just wait. It's good. I had to go find her and get her back over here because I missed her so much. And I'm glad I did, but not because of the money, because I just missed her. She's something else. She's something else. Um, okay, let's get back to this. So the Sodder children. I don't know who's Peggy's elf. I don't know. Who are you? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up. You know what I'm gonna do? Watch what I'm gonna do. No, 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 no. Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. I hate StreamYards on this side of StreamYards. Fucking hate it. Let me do it on this side. All right, so back to Sodder children. God. All right, hold on. I have no idea who this is.
It's art.
Art, how are you doing, my sweet?
I'm good, girl. How are you? Looking thinner than ever.
You're a liar, but thank you. You know, I don't know how much I've lost because I haven't weighed.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
So when you, I want to say, I want to say 27 pounds.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down. I have to go to the doctor in like 2 weeks. And I don't have a scale here because I hate them. You know,
They're toxic.
they are toxic, and I like to get everything. Hey, Beverly,
Excuse
I
me.
like everything out of my house. Blue Eyes, how are you doing? Yeah, you've never heard about the Sodder children. Well, y'all gonna know tonight. Y'all gonna know tonight about them. Have you ever heard about them, Art?
Kind of, but
That's
before I don't want to take over your show. I just
oh,
want to show you three books that I'm
okay.
scanning through, and then I'll
Okay,
leave your panel, girl. Okay,
thank
I
you.
got this one.
Okay, what is it? Hold on, hold it up. I can't see it.
It's Courtney Love, Dirty
Oh,
Blonde.
okay,
Two performance artists kidnap their boss and do things with him.
okay.
And Mistress by James Patterson.
Oh, have you ever read a Dominic Dunn book? Dominic
No.
Dunn. He was a his daughter actually was the actress in no 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 Poltergeist.
Oh
His
my
daughter
god.
was the oldest child in Poltergeist, and she
The
was
first one?
the oldest one. Yeah,
Okay.
not the little blonde girl. And she was murdered by her crazy boyfriend, and
So
he
spooky.
well he was already a writer, but he went to the trial and covered every single day. And this dude got basically no time at all. And after that, he would cover cases like he did the OJ case and stuff like that. But Dominic Dunn, yeah, his books are all great because he would go through it like from like a high society. His stories were basically about high society in like no, not 30s, probably not 50s, 60s. He's really good. He's really good. Yeah, choked her to death choked her to death in the front yard of her house.
Girl, that's like American horror stories.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
but it is. It's kind of
Oh,
is. It's kind of iconic in an awful way. In an awful way. But yeah, if you ever run across those, because listen, I'm at the Goodwill every other day trying to look at the books,
you
and
find treasures. We could
all
find treasures.
all the
I
time.
do.
I do too. I do too. I will stand there with my neck cricked
Cheers.
up like this, looking at all this.
Work, bitch,
Yeah, I
work.
love it. I mean, I love going there. So, oh yeah, if you ever run across the Dominic Dunn, just grab it and read it. He was very good. I liked him a lot. That's why they said the song. Yeah, the set of the poltergeist was haunted. Yeah, the kids in that movie did not fare well, at
You-
all.
Shannon, I just read the original that was inspired for The Wicker Man from 1972,
Really?
and it was good. I mean, pagan, and then I saw the news that those young, beautiful girls that got murdered in Ohio, and they're saying
Yeah.
it's like a pagan cult. It's like a full circle.
Uh,
I don't know. It's creepy.
that's why I love getting these mysteries. Honestly, that's why I love getting these mysteries because, um, well, because you're a
It's
reader.
so complexing.
You're a reader, and I like to just
I'm
get
a
in my,
bookworm.
yeah. I like to get in my whatever I'm reading. I'm in 1970. What I'm in, 1930, and just stay there for a
You're
little.
such a flopper.
I'm a, I'm a flop.
Work, work.
Very true. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna teach you about the Sodders now. You're gonna, and then the next one we do, then hey, I gotta pick another subject, but the next time, hopefully for next Saturday, would you do a little research on it and join me?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't
Okay.
have Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but
No, I'll post it on my community post of who the next mystery is.
screenshot.
Okay, I'll do that. I knew that.
I don't want to take Randy's job.
No, Randy's already done. No, we've done that book. That was for book club. That was for book club. Oh, if you ever listen, if you ever
What?
run across a Truman Capote book, uh, shit.
What, girl?
I can't remember the damn name.
I
Oh,
sidetracked
Cold
you. I'm
Blood.
sorry.
In Cold Blood. If you ever run across Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, you grab that book. Truman Capote was a effing genius. And that happens to be the last book that he ever completed. And it ruined his friendship with the one that anyway, you just gotta read it. You gotta read it. You gotta read, yeah, In Cold Blood. I'm so glad I read that book. And it's
I have
really
like yeah, I
super.
have like 3 books that I'm going to look into it. It's gonna be a
Well,
fun fall. It's gonna be a fun fall.
yeah,
Spooky season, bitches.
getting all snuggled up and getting that book out. Oh yes, I'm telling you, bring it on, fall. My fat ass will be in the house reading. You've read it, Terry? It is such a good book. And he had a complete total breakdown after this book. And never finished another book. He said he did, but he didn't really.
Ooh,
Truman,
that's eerie.
Truman Capote
I mean,
was.
I sounds. I mean, I know of him. I just never
uh,
like dived deep.
I knew of him too, right? But when I read that book, and I only did it a couple months ago, I'm like, where have I been? Where have I been? He was such a icon. I said that word again, but he was. And yeah, he
Ooh,
was amazing. He was
hair
a
flip.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was absolutely, you're right, Peggy. And he won the Oscar for that, and damn, he deserved it because he was Truman Capote. When I looked at that, I didn't see, Philip Seymour Hoffman playing. I saw Truman Capote. So anyway, all right, let me get there. Let's I gotta get my stuff going here.
Shannon, let me make one more statement.
Okay.
I just finished watching, spooky season,
Mhm.
Straight Jacket with Joan Crawford.
Let me write it down. Let me write it down.
I know she was mean to her adopted
Oh, wait
kids,
a minute. You
but
talking
that
about you, Vicky? Welcome, Jillian. Welcome to this room. Are you talking about Joe Crawford's?
Straight Jacket,
Let
it's
me.
like a B movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Joan Crawford's my girl.
I'm going down that rabbit hole.
You'll slip and slide afar because that's a great rabbit hole to go down. Hey, Steve Yoakum, thank you for 18 months. Thank you, and well, and happy late birthday to Steve. Hey, Carrie, baby, I love you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, if you go down the Joan Crawford rabbit hole, you're going to intersect with the Betty Davis rabbit hole, and you're gonna, Jillian. I
I
know
want
you for baby. Thank you for being here. I'm
I
with you.
want to read her autobiography, Joan Crawford.
Yeah. All
I
right.
need to.
Well, see, yeah. I'm trying to
There's
think.
two sides of the story, girl. There's
Yeah.
two sides of the story.
There,
Clap.
I let me think. Let me think. Hey, little Mister.
Where's Where's your friend? Where's your hot friend?
My hot friend Savage.
No,
Ooh.
the um he has a red hair from Texas, I think.
Oh, Steve-O.
Steve-O! Where
Oh,
is he at?
Steve-O. Oh, I don't know where he is. Probably somewhere with his babies.
He's
You
so
know where
awesome.
Mae West? Oh my God, Mae West. Can you? You people are my people. You people are my people for a reason.
Old Hollywood. Old Hollywood, girl.
Yes. So you have to come. We're gonna do Haunted Hollywood once a week
Ooh!
in October. We're gonna go through the houses. And tell the stories.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That is what up.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to sidetrack you.
No. I'm just gonna start this. I'm just gonna start this. The Sodders and you can just hang on for the ride.
I'll
All
go
right.
on mute. I'll go on mute.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Rain Girls. What I'm saying. Hollywood. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like all the old Hollywood. Old Hollywood. So let's get into these Sodder children. And I have to do a little. Oh, I love Marilyn Monroe. You have no idea. I have to do a little. We have to, do the background of it, right? Hey, Jennifer. Jane Mansfield. Oh, loved her too. I thought it was going to be good, Savage. Gary,
Girl, amiga, girl.
hold on, I'm going to mute you for a second. Um, so the Sodder children, they were the children of Italian immigrants. Uh, George Sodder came over from Italy. With him and his brother came over to Italy, from Italy. As soon as his brother, George was 14 years old, by the way. As soon as his brother stepped foot through Ellis Island, right, he said, I'm going home. I miss home. And he left his 14-year-old brother here in America to figure out what to do. Well, George did figure out what to do. He got down and around the railroads. He was too young to work on the railroad, but he wasn't too young to take things back and forth, like water, food, whatever they needed. He would just truck it back and forth, walk it back and forth. That's how he survived for a long time. He eventually moved on to another city, apparently West Virginia and Fayetteville expressly were huge populations of Italian immigrants. Who knew that? He met his wife Jeannie. They got married. He bought a truck. He was almost like the very first Amazon. He bought a huge truck. He would go get your order or whatever was on the train for you, pick it up, put in his truck, and bring it to your house. He was Amazon delivery. All right. He and his wife had 10 children. 10 children.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I know, right? After a while, they probably just fell. But he got he got more and more trucks. He had about 9. He became quite, I'm not going to say wealthy, but because with 10 children, I don't know how much money you'd have to make, but he was okay. Yeah, he was quite the entrepreneur. He did good for himself. He did. And let me bring it up. Let me present, and we'll look at some pictures.
He kind of sounds hot.
Well,
Hardworking, all American,
yeah.
alpha male.
Well, you'll see. You'll see. All right. Let me get back over here to StreamYards. All right. There we are. All right. Here are the children. God love them. They're the children, right? Um, he had two older sons who were in World War II. John,
That's
23.
eerie. That picture's
Yeah.
eerie.
Well, yeah. John, 23, and Joe was about 21. So this particular Christmas, they were supposed to all be together for the first time in a while. Only thing is, Joe kind of got stuck at a base in North Carolina, and he couldn't make it. So, but the family, minus Joe, were there, and they celebrated Christmas, and it was wonderful. Uh, mm. So here's all the children. So we had in the home, we had Maurice, who was 14. We have Martha, who was 12. Lewis, who was 10. Jeannie, that was 8. And Betty, that was 6. Those are the 4 of the 5 children that you see right there on that picture. Also, there was Marion, who was 19. John, 23. George Jr., who was 16. And Sylvia, who was 2. So pretty big, Italian family, probably. I'm sure they were probably Catholic, but who I don't know. Um, so on the night of December 24th, the smaller kids wanted to stay up a little bit later. The parents, George and Jeannie, went to bed around 10 o'clock. They took 2-year-old Sylvia with them. Their bedroom was on the bottom, the main floor. So at about 12:30, the phone rings. 12:30 a.m. Jeannie gets up. She goes and answers the phone in her husband's study. Let me bring up anyway, I'll bring up the wrong in a minute. It was the wrong number. It was, she heard a lot of reveille and, partying in the background, and it was the wrong number. So she was like, got back in bed. About 30 minutes later, she says she hears something land on their tin roof and roll off of the tin roof. All right. That woke her up. And then about a half an hour after that, she wakes up to smoke. She gets up, she runs over to the office. That is where the fire is. And let me bring that up. All right. That is where the fire is, in his office. She runs back. Now, I'm going to give you exactly what she did. You're going to think to yourself, what? But this is what happened. All right. So she gets up. She wakes up George. She goes to this little stairwell. No, y'all can't see me. She goes to this little stairwell right here, the landing, and she yells upstairs for the children. Let me put that picture up. Here is the 2. Here's the upstairs and the downstairs. Let me make sure y'all are seeing that. Are y'all seeing that? Y'all better be seeing that.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. She yells up this landing right here to the children that are upstairs, which would be all of the children except for, Joe, who ain't there. Then she and her husband take off. All right. Let me flick this here. They take off from their bedroom. They run this way where the arrow's running. They go over here through the dining room. They go through the kitchen and out the back door. Okay. Why? Don't know. But anyway, Marion, who had fallen asleep downstairs, she would be the 19-year-old. She actually ran into the parents' bedroom, grabbed the 2-year-old child that they left, and ran out the front door. Now, I'm going to give you the story everybody got, and then we'll get into it. All right. So let me go. Let me go. So they have left for whatever reason that child in that damn bed. I don't know why you leave a 2 year old, but
That's bizarre.
they ain't got her. Um, let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna get back, Jenny. All right. So now George is panicking because this fire is going. I mean, this is a wood house. I mean, it's not like today. And apparently there was a really strong wind blowing right near the like towards the corner of that house where the fire is. So it apparently pushed that fire very quickly to that landing. So George is thinking, oh shit, I got it, my kids. So he runs around and he breaks a window. When he does that, he slices his arm all to pieces, but he does not even notice it. So then he runs because he knows that there is a ladder on the side of the house. He knows it because it's always there.
Of course.
So he goes around and guess what? No ladder. No ladder anywhere.
Ooh.
We don't know where the ladder is. So he has two of his trucks in the driveway. So he's thinking, he's at this point, right? Done. He says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my truck. I am going to pull it up to the house so that the children can jump out and land in the truck because they were big trucks. These weren't little like pickup trucks. If that didn't happen either because the trucks did not start. Everything that worked the day before, everything that was out there the day before was not there the night of this fire. So he couldn't get them to start. So they basically watched this house burn to the ground. Now, Marion runs to the neighbor's house to call the fire department, which is only 2.5 miles away. The phones are dead. The phones are out. No phones. So a passerby sees the fire, right? Goes into town to Chief Morris's little digs and says, hey, George Sodder's house is on fire. He said, yeah, I know. We've gotten calls. We've already gotten calls. It's probably too late. It's probably too late. That was his thing. So the guy went back, tried to help. At that point, it's done. That thing was gone. They also had a basement. So everything went down. I'll tell you when
Wow.
the fire department showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not 1 o'clock when the fire started, not 1:30 when they were trying to get the children out. No, 8 o'clock in the morning. And you want to know why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because there was a shortage of men back there. Halloween, baby, welcome, my love. I'm sorry, I was over on the other side. I couldn't see y'all on the other side. Hey, your boy. Thank y'all. Whoever just came in, thank y'all. I'm sorry. I was on the other side. So all right. Well, George, I mean, look, Captain Morris couldn't possibly have come by himself because he didn't know how to drive the fire truck. My hand to God, that was another excuse. He did not know. And because of the war was ending. So the men were coming back, like, the Sodder boys were back. But it did deplenish, like, the, men. So there wasn't a whole lot of people. But I'll tell you who was on that. Jenny, the mother of all these children, her brother, Mr. Cipriani, was on the fire department. Yeah. But I don't guess anybody told him. So you have a bunch of devastated children. You have 5 children. Around 10 o'clock that morning, I'm making sure I didn't forget anything because I'm pretty sure. Spread fast. Yeah, out the front. I don't know why they went out. Okay, I'll tell you this. The 2 older boys, John and George Jr., they had worked for their dad that day and they were really tired. They heard their mother scream up the steps. They said they tried to wake everybody up, right?
Oh my God.
And they ran down and they got singed. Their hair and stuff got singed. That's how quickly, when she went to see that fire and it was in that corner, It got there really quick. So they were singed. Um, Around 10 o'clock that morning, they put some water on it at 8 o'clock to get it, to cool down and whatnot. And by 10 o'clock that morning, it was it was cool enough to start looking for you know bodies, but they never found any bodies. There was no bodies at all, not even a tooth, nothing. Um, to completely pulverize a body, it has to be a fire of at least 800 degrees. I think over 2 hours. It goes whack 'em. To completely pulverize a body. This didn't this house took about an hour to go down all three floors.
Ouch.
All three floors. Yeah. In fact, an hour is probably generous. They said 45 minutes. Um, they start sifting through the basement and they're finding nothing. No bones, no teeth, no nothing. Nothing is in this fire. And I mean, what else do? You just go through. They had an inquisition the next day about it. It was ruled, the fire was ruled uh, electrical, but they really didn't know that. And the children were, they were pronounced dead basically, and death certificates were generated. Um, mm, in,
What year this took place?
in 1945. In 1945. So,
Thank you.
now for 2 years,
Excuse me.
that's fine. 2 years, the Sodders thought just accepted it, or maybe they didn't accept it. I don't really know. Oh, wait a minute, I got to go back. So, Chief Morris told them, "Don't fool with the site. Do not do anything with this site. Okay, we got to go through it more." But George couldn't. He couldn't look at it. So he got his brother-in-law to bring his bulldozer, and they filled it in with dirt on December 29th. So that's 4 days later. They filled it up with dirt. And they made a little memorial and 5 little memorials there. And what George and Jeannie were told by the chief of the fire department, who couldn't drive a fire truck, that they should just gather up 5 piles of the ash and just take that away and make that the memorial. I mean, isn't that sweet? Wonderful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, yeah, Mr. Whatever the hell your name is. All right, broke the window. Sorry. Oh yeah, passersby. They were sitting there watching it happen. I mean, can you imagine? Um,
You're doing a good job,
Thank
Shannon.
you, baby. It's so much information because I didn't even got to the part. Um,
It's
the
complexity.
little sketchy, right? So for like 2 years, though, these parents and these children, I don't know if they ever accepted it. No, they didn't. I can tell you they didn't. They didn't make a lot of noise about it. Um, until Jenny Sodder, the mommy, was looking through a magazine. She saw a little girl in New York City that was at a dance class, and she said, "That is Betty. That is our Betty." And see, the two of them went to New York and went to that school and demanded to see that child. And they wouldn't let them. "Hey, Laura Lee, how you doing, baby? Come on in."
That's a red flag.
They were in, what state? It was in, she was in New York. And so because they wouldn't let them see the girl, because why would you? I mean, you know, that cemented in their mind that this was a cover up, that those children had been kidnapped. that those children had been taken. They had, and so this is what started in 1947, the nightmare that these parents went through. What George decided to do was hire a detective. So here's another odd thing that happened. One of the reverends who did the funeral for the memorial for the children later told George Sodder that the fire chief found a heart in the
Oh my
rubble
God.
and put it in a metal box
Oh
and
no.
buried it at the site. Right. Because I did not know that hearts are very hard to burn. They won't burn. And I guess it's because it's so much muscle. It takes a lot to burn up a heart. But he found one. And so the Reverend Frame told George Sodder what Chief Moore said. And obviously George goes, what did you, he said, yeah, I found it. And they said, well, where's it buried? He's like, he pointed out they dug it up. It was in a metal box. They took it. George had it to taken to the funeral home, right? That guy looks at it. This is 2 years old, by the way. This is 2 years old. This whatever. The guy at the funeral home said, "No, this is a beef liver. It's not a heart. It's a beef liver." So for some reason, when this happened, the chief of the fire department put a beef liver in a metal
Oh my
box
God.
and buried it. And when George says, "Why didn't you tell me?" He said, "I thought I did tell you." That's just one freaky dicky thing you don't even know, y'all. Y'all even know. So let me. I know this is such a thing. This is such a horrible thing. I got to go back over here. So once he started getting all these private detectives who were nothing more than opportunists, okay,
Of course.
him what he wanted to hear, and they would take his money and go, So now people started coming forward. Oh, here's what we saw that night. One woman said, "I saw those children in a car that rode past the fire. I saw their faces looking back at the house, and they rode off." And then another woman said, "Oh, wait a minute. She was in Charleston, South Carolina. I remember on that night that they're in West Virginia. This
Mm.
is Charleston, South Carolina. I saw
That's
those."
a gap. That's a gap.
Yeah, a little bit. But she remembers that five of those children came in with two women and two men. They also, and the men and women spoke Italian, and she wasn't allowed to speak to the children. She remembers that. It's clear if it was yesterday. Then we had other sightings all over. Oh no, I saw them up here. I saw Lewis. I saw this one. I saw that one. And so these people were, because there was let me let me show you. Let me show you what George did. George put up a huge billboard. All right. And I
I
think
see it.
now. Okay, thank you. This is them and when they were much, much older. All right. Um, this thing
Wow.
stayed up for 30 some years. They had a $5,000 reward for a lot of it. And I looked that up. $5,000 in 1947 is worth $219,000 now. It's the equivalent of it. And then he upped it right there. You see there to 10, which was a
Oh my
lot of
goodness.
gambling. So when that thing went up, they handed out flyers. Let me show you the flyers they handed out. Um, it was thousands of flyers that went everywhere. There's the $5,000. You see where people are seeing this, and they're starting to see these kids left, right, and center. Um, eh, here's the little there's the five little. That is the site of that home.
That's eerie.
To be here, used to be there. Um, yeah, that's uh,
Wow.
so. George, I guess they had to, when the detective showed up, they had to figure out, well, why wasn't the ladder there? Why were the phone lines cut? What was good because the phone lines were cut that night. They were cut. And how do we know they were cut that night? Because if you remember at 12:30, Jenny got a phone call from the woman with the wrong number from the party. So they were working at 12:30,
Uh.
working at 1. Um, so we had to figure all of that out. But George and Jenny absolutely would not let this go. And I guess I cannot blame them. I really can't. Um, but the private detectives really they were horrible. So again, let's see, let's go up to 1949. The city is still trying to convince these parents that their children are dead. Um, and George was like, you know what? I don't think they are. So George hires a man a pathologist that works at the Smithsonian, and he brings him down, and they excavate the scene of the whatever. 6 bones were found. 6 bones. 4 of those bones were human. 4 of those bones were the actual vertebrae of a
No.
of a well this is it gets weird. It's the vertebrae of a
Shannon, I'm about to throw up my happy meal.
sorry. Sorry. You go back over here. I'll go to StreamYard.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. So they dig up the 4 vertebrae. The pathologist said these vertebrae are from a child, well, an 18-year-old child, 17 to 18, 16, around in there. Well, the oldest child, right? What was the oldest child? Oh shit, I know this. Oh, Morris. I'm sorry, Maurice. Maurice was only 14. And let me tell you this: the bones, the vertebrae had never been exposed to flames. They were not charred at all.
Mm.
And so the pathologist said no, it did not belong to a 14-year-old boy. Hey, Dragum, it belonged to a boy of 17 to 18. And he could tell you why things were fused and things weren't fused and what would have been fused on a 14-year-old. I mean, new as shit, But the other 2 bones, I don't know where they came from. I have no idea. So now what happens now? You have found 4 bones that now do not match any of your children that were in that fire. So you again, George is winning this fight. And so they sit down with the George and Jeannie and go, hey, Freeside. They said, no one saw your 5 children come out of that house, George and Jeannie. They're dead. And he said, yeah, but you didn't find any bones, which was a
Mm.
point. So every point they would make, it would be like counter, whatever. So some of their theories, some of the Sodder theories were that the children had been kidnapped and sold on the black market. Well, I mean, if they were little, like Sylvia, maybe I would think that. I mean, I know it happened. I know. In fact, it was in West Virginia. That woman would ride around in her big car, and if she saw poor children, she would get them and sell them. I mean, I know that happened, but
I believe that urban legend. I
well,
believe it.
it's hard to sell a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old. I mean, that they're not going to know who they are.
Well,
So that was one that could never be proven or disproven. You can't prove it. I mean, or not. So then they thought maybe the children were taken and killed by a former employer of George as revenge. And I'll tell y'all about that, Suzanne. How you doing, baby? That was another theory, and that's an interesting theory, but I don't think that. And then the final one was the children were kidnapped by Jenny's own brother who lived in Florida because somebody saw him in Florida. So the police had to go down to Florida to her brother's home, go look at all of the birth certificates, the school records for the children he had in his house, and come back and tell her that no, your children are not down there, only his are down there. So a lot of weird things happened before the fire. So
what are you leaning towards? The
well,
three.
I'm gonna tell. Hold on, it's coming. So a couple of things were weird that happened. Okay, so before the fire, about 2 months before the fire, a guy came by looking for work. George, I really don't have any work for him. Sorry. George had 2 new fuse boxes put, and they were outside. And that guy that asked for the job said, "You know what? You got to check those out because they're gonna blow." And he looked at it. He called the electric company. They came out and looked at it. Everything was fine with those fuse boxes. Another thing that happened was a man that George used to work for, who sold insurance, came to George's house and wanted to sell him. Hey, Devious on the streets, how you doing? He wanted to sell him insurance for his children, and George said, "No, I'm not going to buy life insurance on my children." So I'm going to give you exactly what that man said to him. I'm going to give it to you. He looked at George and he said, I'll just basically, your house is going to go up in smoke and your children will be destroyed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. So we got us a mystery. We got suspects, right? We
You
do.
girl, you never know who are your
No,
neighbors.
you never knew. You never know. So then
Ugh.
people thought, oh well, all right. So Mussolini was the prime minister of Italy. Mussolini was completely corrupt and horrible man. George never really talked about why he left Italy at such a young age. I don't know. He discussed everything else they said, but he never discussed that. So he would start mouthing off about Mussolini. Well, we have a big Italian, immigrant community there in Fayetteville, West Virginia, and some people didn't like him talking about that.
Sure.
We thought maybe the Italian mafia heard about it and wanted to shut him up or whatever. Well, all right. A neighbor kid came up to them and told them that somebody had killed their children and thrown them down a well. So they had to turn out that little kid was crazy. Yeah, that kid was crazy. He was, what did they say? Deemed a mental case. The
That's
most
sad.
promising lead was kind of the insurance guy, because that insurance man, the one that he used to work for, was also on the what do you call it? Let me read it. Hold on. He was the chairman of the coroner's inquest the day on to the 26th of December, when they ruled these children dead and the house, was electrical. They since walked. So he was.
So did they question? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they never questioned. The police never
Oh
questioned.
my God.
And I'll tell you why they never would. Let me tell you. Hold on. I have it. What
I'm sorry. I can't see side chat. I'm
the
sorry.
attorney general, the attorney for the city, said he couldn't go, he wasn't going to go question somebody that he had to live around and eat with or something like that. Never asked him a thing. So yeah, karma did take care of Mussolini, and I looked. Mussolini had just died. What in April? I think it was April 28th of 1945 or 47. I don't know. I know it was 45. So I mean, it was a moot point anyway.
Girl.
No. Well, they found this guy. His name was Lonnie. And there are these things. Let me show y'all what they are. Lonnie was there the night of the fire. He was outside. Okay. And Lonnie decided he found this little thing. What is it? It's called a what is it called?
That looks like the 80s toy.
Yeah, it's like a you take like you can take engines out of stuff. He stole that. He kicked it down the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He took it and then he kicked it like in a ditch, right? So he come back for it.
Oh
He
shit.
also got a ladder. Ooh, I don't know where he got that ladder from. He got a ladder though and went up to the pole and cut the phone wires, but he thought he cut the electric wires, which would have sent him into the next county.
Yep.
Um, so Lonnie, he confessed. He was charged $25, and that was that. So now we know where the ladder went. All right, George. Let's talk about the thing that landed on the ceiling on the thing. So when Jenny said that something landed and rolled, this is called a pineapple bomb, and this supposedly is it's they usually put napalm in them, but I think there's supposedly a rubber, something rubber. I don't know. George said he found the rubber part of a pineapple bomb in the ashes of the house the day or so after. So he thought somebody threw a pineapple bomb and tried to kill them all. Who? I don't know. He thought it was. I mean, if he thought it was the damn, he thought it was the damn mafia. I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe that happened because if they wanted to kill you, I think they would kill you. And let's look at the house again.
I
If
agree, Shannon.
this is an accurate diagram of the house, and I'm going to tell you how I know that. If y'all are not subbed to Mysterious West Virginia, or was it West Virginia or whatever, I will link it. He is amazing. He talked to Sylvia's daughter, little Sylvia, that was 2. She died in 2021. So Sylvia just passed away, but he got a lot of his paperwork, like original paperwork, and this is a diagram of the house. Now, this is what people think it looked like. This is always put up as being part of the house, of being the actual house. I don't think that's the actual house. I mean, I might be wrong, but they've got the front door being on the little side of the house, of the this part, right? The front porch over here on the narrow side of the house. So if if Jenny heard something, so let's see, we put the bedrooms over the living room. Oh shit, sorry. We put the boys and girls bedroom. Do we put it over the living room and the dining room? I don't know. Because she heard it on a tin roof. She ain't gonna hear it on tin roof one story up. So this is while I know it's accurate, I just don't understand the layout of the house, and I don't understand how this could be the house. But I mean, this part back, I don't know. This is what it looks like now. The Sodders bought. Let's see. When they bought this house, they bought 6 acres, and so I don't know if this house that you see back here is the one that Jenny lived in until her death. I don't know.
Maybe it's the same property and they
It's
just
the
did,
same part. Yeah,
take half.
I don't know. I just know. I think that maybe where these trees are is where the house used to be. I
Oh
don't.
my
I
god,
can't.
it looks so spooky, Shannon.
I know. I know.
It reminds me of that movie Let's Scare Jessica to Death from 1972. Oh my god.
Here's a picture of George Sodder that was
Uh,
younger. He's younger. He's you know, only
can you
picture I
blow it up?
what?
Can you blow it up?
Well,
Pretty please.
I don't know if I can or not. Why are you asking me this? I'm gonna absolutely
I'm not gonna screenshot it, Shannon.
no, 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 no. I don't know how to blow it up. I have no idea how to blow it up.
Eh, don't worry.
Thank you, because I will.
I
I would
I've
knock.
just been
I would knock everybody out of StreamYards, and I will not. And I'll keep going for an hour and a half,
I'm
not
just
knowing
being
that y'all are not
cheeky.
here. All right.
I'm just giving you the business.
Oh, here's Jenny. Here's Jenny. Now Jenny's okay. So Sylvia is, I don't know if that's Sylvia right there. I have no idea, but her daughter is also named Jenny. One of the children that died was named Jenny. So they
Mm,
were a family that, I mean, that says a lot
yeah,
when you name. So okay,
heritage.
here is what started one. This is a two-thirds of the front of a newspaper that George and them did. This was in 1949 again, when he wanted to, find out what happened to his children. So he was not a poor man. Some people said, oh, they lived in a shanty. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I mean, if that was it, but no. This is one of the things that started it all in 1949. And then, all right, so a woman a woman wrote a letter to the family in 1967. Now, George died in 1969, all right? And he was ill in 1967. But
Wow.
the family received a letter from a woman in Houston that said that claimed that a drunken young man claimed to be Louis Sodder. Um, George got in the car with his son-in-law, drove to Texas, and the woman said, I lied. And
Mm.
he saw, okay, the boys were talking, that she was talking about the boy. And when he left and turned around and came home, he felt bad because he was thinking, what if that was Lewis and I'm driving away from him? What if it was? So in 1967, Jenny gets a letter. And in the letter is a picture. And on the picture, it is this young man right here. And as you can see, it says Louis Sodder. I love brother Frankie. It looks like LLIL boys and 890-132 or 35. That's actually the postal code in Italy, in a part of Italy. But this is the picture, and I'll show you. They're saying that is Lewis. And
Uh,
I think it's hard. It's
uh, I want to say maybe we should have a seance,
yeah.
Shannon, on
Well,
Halloween.
I mean, I don't. They look alike. I'll give.
Poquito, a little bit. But boys, and then him, he looks
Yeah,
like he could be 19, 20. I
yeah.
mean, it could be, um, trippy, the picture, but I don't know.
I think
What is the side chat
if you're,
thinking?
what is that? The nose is the same for sure. It kind of looks like him. Those parents died still. Yes, they did,
The
Sassy.
eyebrows, the
Yes.
eyebrows, the eyebrows.
Yeah, I looked at the nose and the ears and whatnot. I will tell y'all a sad thing is that Jenny, for the rest of her life, from that Christmas on, wore black till the day she died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
How gothic.
I know she did. So this is the boy. I don't, I looked at it 100 times. They even added him to, and I will show y'all that. This is a more permanent. I'm sorry. All right, they even added him over here to the end. The boy from the picture.
Okay, I see. I
Um,
see.
yeah,
I had to put my Calvin Klein glasses on.
they never gave up on this kid. They never gave up on any of them. I'm still looking.
Okay, now like
He's
the
a handsome
chin.
young man. Any rain girl I know, he's very handsome. That photograph looks like it could be like today, and it would be in a magazine somewhere. He's a very handsome boy. I just don't know who he is.
The
And,
chin. Now that I'm looking into it, like laser focus, the
yeah,
chin, the eyebrows. You say the nose.
I thought the nose did a little bit, but see, when they're not at the same angle, I mean, they have some that were online that are turned.
Well, obviously that's like elementary picture. The
Yeah,
first one.
yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
She sure thought it was her son, and he got added up there. But here's my thing: in all these
What?
years that this has been, this story was big at the time and died down obviously through the years. But that photo's been out here forever. Why hadn't anybody going, wait a minute, that's my grandpa, or that
Clock it. Clock it.
nobody has come forward and say that's my grandfather, that's my father, that's me. Ugh. I think that's weird. I think that's very weird.
I
I
mean,
know
I
I've forgotten stuff, but
well, my thing is like, I guess it could happen when you have a small family. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like if you have like your small family and
yeah.
but yeah, it's interesting, girl.
This whole thing. So another
It's
big.
so complexing. I'm
It
glad I'm sitting
that's
down
what
to
I love
sculpt it.
doing. That's why I love doing these because we're not going to solve it, but we can sure share opinions. And I'm glad
Absolutely.
that
Everyone, that's
hey,
YouTube. That's YouTube. We're
yeah,
here to express,
yeah.
period.
Look, I'm just trying to come live once a week without any drama, do something interesting, not call anybody an asshole or bastard or hope they die, and just you know,
Shannon, you don't fight with no one anymore.
no, I don't. I
You
don't.
don't even fight with my ex friend anymore.
Who?
Uh, House of Wax.
Oh yeah.
and
No. No. I saw it.
you know what, lady? Shannon. I'm sorry. Can I say
It's okay.
something?
Yeah.
Mallory, I'm always gonna be younger and thinner. So clock
Yeah.
it, bitch.
I didn't fight with her for years. I didn't, she was over there going live.
For 2 years.
I didn't know it. So, I mean,
Okay. Next,
let's fist fight.
Chusma.
We can fist fight.
She's watching. She's watching.
We'll do hugs. That's what I do. I do hugs, man. Um, here's
Anyways,
Here's
girl.
some interesting little things that came about through the years is that the boys that came downstairs, their story changed. Not because they lied, I don't think. I think it was absolutely, you think of the seriousness of that fire, the life,
Oh yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
the stress, but they would say, at first 8 hours after the fire, they told the police we went in there and shook the children to wake them up and we ran out. Well, then that changed after a couple of years to we yelled in there and told them to wake up.
Girl.
Then it changed to I don't even know if the kids were up there when, because when they went to bed, the two boys, because they'd worked all day, all the kids were still downstairs with was up with Marion. So it, as time went by, you think that something that horrible you would remember every
Of
second.
course.
Don't think I think after time they just
Nightmare.
um let
Who's
me
cooking breakfast? No one.
yeah.
That's this reminds me of that movie. Okay, I'm not gonna get dark, but this
Oh,
is
he's so in dark.
yeah. I'm
Um
not gonna go there. I'll email you, Shannon. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
love you.
Ah,
Yeah, so it was just a lot a lot of back and forth. I'll tell you another sad thing that happened to these
What happened, girl?
poor people is in 1950, Jenny got pregnant again. And on
By rape or I'm sorry, the R word or
no,
by
no, 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 her and George, they got pregnant.
okay.
The boy Michael was born on December 29th, and he died on December 30th. So if it wasn't another another gut punch,
Uh,
um, they they tried. I don't know. When I read that, I found that, and his actual tombstone, it's got the wrong year. It's got 1951, but it's him. I'm gonna
mm.
finish watching this on TV. Okay, Debbie, I love you. I love you. No,
I'm
thank you.
sorry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. Like I said, guys, we do these for I guess fun's probably not the right word, but um, I have fun doing it. I don't. Like it's like Art says. Y'all know I don't fight no more.
Like and subscribe.
I ain't fighting no more.
Shannon, can I ask you a personal question, like psychologist
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
This homo wants to ask you,
Okay.
how do you check out after reading books and go to
Oh,
sleep? Like,
like
do you have nightmares?
but it depends on what I'm reading. Now, usually
Uh,
the books that I'm reading are biographies or you
but
know,
there's life and death
yeah.
and
Um, when I read In Cold Blood, that's a true story that Truman Capote in his brilliance made a novel out of it. A true crime novel. He was the first person that ever did it.
I wrote that name down on my
God,
iPhone for
he's
the book.
a gay icon. You gotta know this man. I need to help you. I need to help you get you gay
I'm
card.
obsessed with Andy Warhol era with
Okay, well
Andy
listen, Truman's
60s.
right there
So
with him.
that's my vibe,
Right,
babe.
Truman Capote's right there with him. I assure you. I assure you. Yeah,
Actually, is he the guy like the mafia?
no, no, no.
Like,
He was
oh,
short and he talked really weird.
okay,
Yeah, no, he was no mafia. No, poor
okay,
Truman.
wrong person.
Wrong person. Y'all do Stephen King? I told a lie. I checked.
He's
Wait.
overrated, but
Yes,
overrated.
Sylvia died so young. I thought that's 70. No. I mean
Sh- Shannon, is
yeah,
there anyone saying ugly things about me on side chat?
saying good things about you.
Ugly.
No.
Okay, I can't see side chat.
No.
I'm here trying to be fun and cheeky
I'm oh.
and go back and forth with Miss Shannon. So yeah, and if Mallory comes here with her stupid troll accounts, yeah, screenshot it and send it to me.
I,
Lady, go back to SeaWorld.
I have her blocked. She ain't worth it.
Stupid.
She ain't worth it. He was very eccentric, Peggy. Oh my! See, me and Peggy vibe because last week we were talking about Princess Grace and Monaco and Prince,
Oh,
and he's an idiot. He's a complete moron.
caca.
Um,
He's caca.
oh, he's so ugly too. My God! Princess Carolyn, the second born, was no. Well,
I
she
will not suck his dick.
absolutely beautiful. But then you got Albert. Ooh. And now I got to get you on Truman Capote because that's a wild
Oh, I
guy.
wrote it down, babe. I wrote the name down. I might Beetlejuice book. Life after death.
All
Are
right, so now
you
we're
ex?
going to talk about the next
Anyways,
mystery. The next mystery. The next mystery. Ah,
hey,
we
yeah,
have next.
National Enquirer.
Oh no,
Next.
I'm down. I'm a reporter. There is so I want to do the zodiac, but I think that is a lot. That is going to have to be a
Are you good at math?
what?
Are you good at math?
I'm not good at anything.
Girl, because I heard he's yeah.
Let me say.
What about the alien? No, that cult from 1997. Remember that star that blew up, and I think 37 members.
Oh, of that cult.
Oh my god, he
Yeah, that
creeps
was
me out.
how old were you when
What
that
is it called? Heaven's
Heaven's
Gate,
Gate? Yeah.
girl. And there's a new,
Marshall
um,
Applewhite.
and
This
he was a homo. He was. I'm not allowed to say the word.
he but that's not a mystery. We know what happened to him.
Oh,
Then we got the Judy Smith mystery. That's the woman that went on a business trip with her husband to Philadelphia and was found dead in North Carolina a year later or whatever. I don't know. That was kind of. There's the Barry and Honey Sherman. They were billionaires that lived in Canada.
oh,
They were found murdered in their home, hanging from their indoor pool thing. And
how chic.
I know if you could be fun. Um, but that's another one. Then we have Dennis Martin. And Dennis Martin is a little boy that went missing and I want to say Tennessee, but if I'm wrong, somebody is going to.
For the record, like kids involved and
I know,
stuff like
yeah.
this, I do not advocate for like laughing about it.
That's why I like with
For the record,
I think I did it the first one I did of these was a kid, and then we did a woman, and then we did 5 kids. So maybe we ought to go.
no, 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 no.
No, I'm
It's
saying
different.
for I don't want to do like I probably need to do an adult. Yes, there you go, Sassy. I knew that was it, Sassy Sarah. I knew it was Tennessee. I don't know if y'all want to do another. This Dennis Martin is pretty interesting, and it's one of those things where it is just a dead end. It is just a dead end. I will
Hey,
tell you
Shannon,
what, I did not know. I Reddit. I am on Reddit more than I am anywhere else. I don't know why I
that's
started.
dangerous, Shannon.
I know.
Oh,
There's
you
stuff.
better you better just lurk.
No, I don't comment. No. All right,
Yeah.
Halloween Baby says that's a good one. The Dennis Martin. So we'll do Dennis Martin. Uh,
Oh,
and we'll do that, and we'll have that ready by next week on the Saturday. Does y'all all agree? Does everyone concur? Going once, going twice.
what about the Realians?
Well, we're gonna, you know what? We can actually, honestly, point out.
Shannon is like, what the fuck?
No, no. I mean, I'm not opposed to like
It's
doing.
a UFO religion, but the cult leader, he's mean.
Always me.
Another one. Another one.
Used to watch the Mercy Machine.
Uh,
Yeah, it's data disorder. I don't. I think once we do Dennis Martin, um, we might do Barry and Honey Sherman after that. Get some adults in there. I mean, it's horrible to say, but let's get some dead adults in there. We need some dead adults.
Shannon, let's wrap it up. The finale of the story?
Yeah, that is the finale. I gave you the finale.
Okay. My bad. My
There's
bad.
yeah,
The
that's
picture, I'm looking at the guy
yeah.
and
There's no
the
salt. I mean,
chin. The
there's no
chin.
well, yeah. I mean, maybe there's just no solving it. I mean, this is what it is. 1945. Um, not like today where we have 37. Pictures of one act going on.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I know, I'm saying. So it's one of these things where, like I said, we're not going to solve it, but we can have opinions on it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
on this one, so all right, let me get this here. How many of you think that those children died in that house on Christmas Day? How many of you think that they died?
Tell
Uh,
me the outcome, Shannon.
I'll tell you. I'll give you. I should put. I'll see. I
I'm
don't.
sorry, this story's like Tales from the Dark Side.
I know. I know. I need someone who's to show me how to do the poll. Poll. All right. No, no.
I'm the
Definitely.
wrong person to ask.
I would have a lot of no's. I do think it's odd. I went back and forth. You don't think so? Nope. Oh, Mama Canola, did I say hi to you, baby? I love you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we have a lot of no's. I don't know how. See, Halloween, baby, that's me. I don't know. I went back and forth, back and forth. That it's ridiculous to think that somebody is going to kidnap your children and not give one ransom. I mean, get some money. But
I'll
then
fight a motherfucker to take
when,
my.
well, then
Ugh.
I thought there's no
I
bones.
will never neglect a baby. That's
Well, see, that's a weird thing. Or you run out with your husband towards the fire out the back door, and leave your baby in there. That was weird
exactly.
to me. I'm sorry, not the best. Yeah, bones don't disappear. It is 5 children. There's going to be a effing tooth or something that survived that fire. Four vertebrae that weren't
Uh,
even the same as anyone, the age wise. And then when the police chief, not police chief, I'm sorry, fire chief buries a beef liver,
oh
and
God.
because he said it was a heart, and then a chief that doesn't know how to drive a fire truck. There's so many weird things that happen. My mother was cremated, and I'm still. Um,
Aw.
I mean, yeah, it just to me, five out of the 5 bodies, out of 5 bodies, I don't care how little they were. I don't care. There should have been something. There should have been something there. Even one of the theories was the fill dirt that Jenny's brother, Mr. Capriani, brought in to fill in might have had a body in it of an 18-year-old. What are the odds? What are the odds that you are so distraught that you are filling in the basement of your home where your children, you believe, because he believed at that point that they were down there, and you pick up a body in the fielder? I mean, 18-year-old, what's going on in West Virginia? I don't know. There would have, yeah, there's something. That's right. I just don't, the ladder missing. The truck wouldn't, yeah, the truck would not start. Um, the 2 trucks that wouldn't start. Uh, the ladder, we know the ladder. We know where the ladder went. The ladder went with the genius who thought he was cutting the power to houses. I don't know why he wanted to
And
do that.
he. I'm
Yeah, he
sorry.
stole that
I
thing.
have questions. Go. I'm sorry.
I have questions too, but you know what?
Oh,
Answer.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was 75 feet down an embankment. So he,
Was it snowy? What season was it?
it was Christmas.
Oh my.
It was supposedly
That's that.
bad weather, but I don't. It was like windy.
Oh
Um,
my God.
and oh yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about this. So okay, so tried to break the window and he sliced his arm up. Then he tried to get in the stairwell and then he couldn't do that, and then he ran for the rain barrels, right? So they could get buckets. It was frozen solid.
Oh my
The barrel was, water barrel was frozen solid. That was another thing he tried.
God. Girl, this is giving me Black Christmas.
I
No shade. Oh
was so
God.
sad that they lost another baby right there at Christmas. I mean,
Ah.
these people, I don't think they were good people. And I think that they just could not accept. It was just easier. I mean, people would take their money. The private detectives would take their money to go chase down a lead and never come back.
Of course.
So they, I hope they're all in hell. By the way, I hope they're all in hell. You take people's money, they're looking for their 5 children who seriously believe that they're out there, and you take their money and run. I hope you're in hell right now. Yeah, it's too many coincidences. It's a lot. It's a lot of coincidences. It really is.
Whoever said that comment, I agree.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Uh,
Complexing
that's why I do these. I want
and
people.
pose.
I want people to go. What the hell did I just watch? That's what I like. What the hell did I just watch?
The Twilight Zone 2.0,
Yeah.
bitches.
I mean,
Learn to love it.
there you are. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I think this was pretty interesting. Thank you for being up here with me.
Mwah. Good
Um,
night. Good
I
morning.
love you.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Good evening. Bye, Shannon.
Bye, babe. Oh, I just need to thank you all again for your prayers for my mom. Peggy, thank you, my sweet love. You Warrior Grandma, hello, good night. I we had a pretty good we had like 40 some people here, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I'm happy. Uh the next mystery for next Saturday night is Dennis Martin. I'll put it on my community page. And like I said, just if y'all don't do anything but look up Wikipedia. There you go. Right, right. What the fox? What are you doing? Um, good night. I love you, Sarah. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Peggy, where are you? I'm gonna tell you good night. Dennis Martin, yes, Warrior Grandma. He was, let's see, this was back, I don't even know, I have to look it up. He went missing in the Tennessee hills, and there are so many theories, let's put it that way. I'll see you next Saturday too, Peggy, if I don't see you before. And if my Big Brother fans, I will resume covering Big Brother because Jared is, well, actually, he's not gone. He's back in the damn house. But I told y'all I won't go cover nothing from Jared. I just don't know what to cover this week because they're not doing anything. But if they, like I said, always, if there's a big thing, it's 67. Thank you, Halloween baby. 67. I always do these old ones. I always do old mysteries, old murders, old whatever, because there are so many people covering the current ones. They don't need me. Let's talk about the old ones that are forgotten. Um, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm going to take my bra off and I'm going to put on my pajamas. Do y'all want to know a secret? Hold on. Look, I already have some of my pajamas on. All right. Yeah. All right. I love you guys so much. Peggy, thank you again so much. All of y'all, thank you for showing up. I love it that you showed up. And I hope I see you next Saturday at 9. All right. Oh, thank you, Radar. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That was the point, just to do something different. And I think we're doing it. So, anyway, all right. I love you guys. Thank you. Love you. Stay safe.